Okay, so this is the last screencast. What we're now going to do is create all of the content, or at least some of the content, all of the content for this workshop around these pages. And if we have a look, let's close that, have a look at our PDF. We're going to create a folio page for your bridge design, folio page for the 4 SOLIDWORKS workshops and 1 for hand drawing, and a folio page for communication skills. And we're going to do a post in the blog. Alright, now obviously doing this sort of stuff is quite time consuming, so that's why in the folder under technical competence I've created any content that you might need, and then you can update this quite easily with your own stuff. So engineering design, for example, engineering design, here's our page content. I've got a couple of figures, I've even done the map, but we'll talk about the map in a second, and I've got the writing that you'll put in the page as well. Okay, so for each one of these pages I've done that, I've got a folder. Now we are going to follow the exact naming convention that I've got of the folders. The reason for that is when it goes in PebblePad, when it goes in this, it's going to be a heck of a lot easier to find things and see things in the asset store if you use the right naming convention. And by naming convention I mean what we name the files and what we name the actual pages in the asset store in PebblePad. So please follow the way that I've named these things. So for engineering design, for example, every single file has engineering design, and I've put 2016 S1, so we're in semester 1 of 2016, and this is a build example, EG1000 bridge design, and so forth. So we're going to save these images and everything under those file names, and then it'll be easy to find it in the future. Alright, so we are going to create, as I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 folio pages. So let's do that right now. Alright, so let's start with the bridge design folio page. And so I've got the bridge design folder open, I've got my 3 images, and I've got my text, which don't need communication skills open anymore. Alright, so that one's going to be the brief description, and then this and this is going to be the text on our page. So we're going to create a page that basically highlights the build, you building a bridge and testing it, alright, because it kind of represents engineering design. So let's do that. Let's create a new folio page. I've got all the names and everything all in this Word file, so we're going to call it engineering design 2016 S1 build, EG1000, etc. So we're going to call a page that, and we're going to use this for the short description, and then we're going to add some content. So with these pages, the first thing that we're going to do is add the map. So at the top of each of these technical competence pages, I want you to put the EA competency map. I've done that for you here. Now each time you create one of these pages for yourself in the future, you're going to use our little mapping software that I created. You're going to double click on that, and then you're going to think about what the actual map is. So if I was to open our stage 1 competency standard, now for this one we are thinking about your bridge design, so the bridge that you actually built. Engineering design. Now the bridge that you actually built, this is the map that I think it is, but let's just prove that to yourself. So the bridge that you built, application of established engineering methods to complex engineering problem solving. You definitely did problem solving when you built the bridge. You probably didn't do it much more advanced than developing, because you were just going through the 5-stage design process and so forth that I've taught you, but still 2.1 definitely. Fluent application of engineering techniques, tools and resources. So you used a little bit of tools in what was it, in the structural analysis that you did. and so certainly we can tick that one. And application of systematic engineering synthesis and design process. So that was a 5-stage design process. You certainly applied that. And also I think in the map I chose 3.6 because 3.6 is effective team membership and team leadership. So you guys worked in a team to do your design, so I think that you would probably tick 3.6 there as well, and then you would create your JPEG for that particular item. Now, as I said, I've already done that, but you need to think about each time you create one of these pages, you come in here and you reflect on what you actually did in the project and then create a map. Okay, so we've got those 4 selected and we'll create the JPEG. I've already created it for you, it's there. Okay, so let's create this page. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is put that map right in the top there. So let's create a media element, an image. We'll choose the media file. It doesn't exist yet, so we're going to have to upload it. Let's navigate to that folder. Technical competence, engineering design, and we're going to insert that, and we're also going to copy the name because that's what we're going to call the file. Alright, so open, call the file that, blah 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 underscore map, and so the underscore map, and we're going to have underscore image1 underscore image2 and so forth, so the naming convention is consistent and they're all nice and beside each other. Tick, save and upload. Okay, so all saved. We've got our file there, engineering design, blah blah blah. Now, close. Drag that out if you want to. We've got our map. Let's choose it. Confirm. All right, it's tiny and broken apparently. That might be an issue with the upload. So let's just try that one again. So let's go back to the asset store. So, seemingly, sometimes, PebblePad has a bit of a, or the internet has a bit of a heart attack through the middle of it. Let's remove that bad boy. Go to here, engineering design. Ooh, that's interesting. Just to delete those. Let's try them again. Okay, so we can add that manually if we want to. We can add a file. Oops. Grass. That guy. Okay, hopefully it works this time. There we go, successfully saved. Beautiful. Okay, so now let's try to choose that again. Confirm. That looks better. Alright, drag it out to make it big. Once again, let's link to the stage 1 competency standard. It should be an asset now because we created it before. It was here, it's a PDF. Confirm. So now you click on it and that opens. And we'll also give it the same caption for each one, which is alignment. With engineers. Alignment with Engineers Australia Stage 1 Competency Standard. Beautiful. Done. Okay. Save. Now we are going to create a text field. And if we go to our Word file, let's drag this whole first down to there. Now I've got 2 figures. The first figure is going to be the picture of you guys standing behind your bridge. There you all are. Very pretty. Everyone should have that. If you don't have that picture, then it is on Facebook. Feel free to grab it for your group. So this text is basically saying what the project was and whatever your bridge actually did. So how much did it carry, how much did it weigh, that kind of stuff. So this first text field, put that stuff in there. Right. Now we're going to create, put that image up there. So let's upload the first image. Browse this guy. Let's copy, see the underscore image 1. Open, we'll call it that, call it the same name, tick, save and upload. There we go, successfully saved. Now we have that. Done. This guy, confirm. And let's drag it out as big as it can get. Done. Alright, so obviously you guys are going to replace that with your actual picture. We can maybe just link to the image, that's fine. Caption it as figure 1, image of bridge design or something like that, that's fine. Alright, save it just for safety. Alright, now we're going to add another text field. Now, it's important to be somewhat reflective in this. So here you talk about your failure and any recommendations from your reporting. Alright, so failure of the bridge is shown in figure 2, which we're going to upload in a second. Our group analysed this failure and found that the principal cause was whatever it was. Where did it fail? Why did it fail? If it failed, did it not fail? Say that, that's fine. In the accompanying design report, the following recommendations were made for future improvements. So obviously you will have had some sort of recommendations in your design report. I suggest you pop them here because this process here shows you being reflective about your design, which is very useful. So be reflective about your design. Obviously you'll need to replace this with text, actual text. And let's create the second image. So choose our media, we'll have to upload it. Browse this guy. Alright, saved. Great, there's our third image. You can see once you start to get a lot of these images together, it gets very convoluted, so having that naming convention makes it a lot easier to decipher what's what. Alright, that one, confirm, and here's your bridge collapsing and on fire, obviously. Caption, figure 2, failure of bridge under low. Something like that. There you go. Right, save. And that's our page. That's all we need. So you've got your map, you've got a bit of a description about the project, picture of your bridge, a bit of a description about what you could do better, bridge collapsing. Looks like this. And that's your whole page. And that's all you need to do. And so that's nice and safe now. So if we were to look at our web folio, it should be updated. No, actually, what we need to do is now put that page, remembering we've created the page, we need to put it in the collection for engineering design. So let's go to our engineering design collection, edit, select asset. That's our guy there, engineering design, blah, blah, blah. If you wanted to move that out, you can tell exactly what it is. It's the build for the EG1000 bridge design. Add selected, and there it is. Alright, save. So what that actually looks like when you look at the page is just engineering design, built design and testing of a model bridge to span 1 meter and carry 30 kilogram load. Alright, so that's what they'll see on this page, and once you have more, you'll have any number of these all in a row, and they can just click on them and then the page will open and they can see what the actual detail is. So let's see what that looks like from the actual web folio. View. So this is our front end. Look at that in there. Technical competence, engineering design work. Alright, so there's our engineering design. There's our example of the bridge design. We click on it, it'll open out to that page. So there's our map. So it shows that we're being all reflective about how much we've learnt. There's a description of it, there's a picture of your bridge, picture of your bridge collapsing, and there's you being all reflective. You can either put that image above it or below it, whatever you want. It doesn't really matter what order it goes in. But basically you're just communicating something, and what you're communicating here is you built a bridge and you understood why it broke and you're better because of it, effectively. Alright, that sort of information is very useful. have in this web folio. Okay, so once you've done your centrifugal pump, I suggest at the end of the semester you add one of these pages in here with your centrifugal pump. And any other build, you build circuit boards in the circuit subject in second semester, that's a build, put it in here. That kind of stuff is quite useful, and once you have a really good collection of these, then it's going to be a good page. Alright, so that's the first one down. Now we're going to move pretty rapidly because every single other page is going to be very, very similar. I suggest that every single page you create has exactly the same format. You have the map at the top, a bit of a description, a bit of a picture or a file or whatever, and then maybe some reflection, and that's it. So just do it quickly. Obviously it's taking time in this workshop because we're doing everything, but once this is set up, it will only take you 5, maybe 10 minutes to create a page for a new bit of content, and that'll carry a lot of weight. So once this is all in place, it's actually really easy to add content to. Alright, so now what we're going to do is add SOLIDWORKS Workshop 1. Once again, for ease, I have under Engineering Technical Drawing, I've got all 5. So one's hand drawing, and then SOLIDWORKS, 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 SOLIDWORKS. Alright, so obviously you want to use your own one, but I've put all of the files here so that we can work through. Now, obviously you output a PDF of that. Now the way that PebblePad works is that it'll give you a link to click on a PDF. That's not very visual for a web page. So what I suggest you do is you can either go to SOLIDWORKS and you can save both a PDF and a JPEG of this drawing. So you'll see here in the file, oops, that's the file, that's the file there. I've got a JPEG of that, because the JPEG I can put in the web page the same way as we did that bridge picture, and then they can see the drawing straight up. You don't have to click a bunch of times to see a PDF. Or alternatively, if you've got the PDF, all of the university computers have Photoshop, and so you can just open the PDF in Photoshop and then save as a JPEG, and then you'll have the JPEG of it as well. Okay, so either way, SOLIDWORKS is really easy to spit out a PDF and a JPEG simultaneously, or you can use Photoshop to convert whatever you'd like. But in this particular workshop, we're just going to use this, and then you're going to replace it with your one. Okay, so I've got the PDF of the drawing, I've got the JPEG of the drawing, I've got my map, which obviously everyone's run off and got the executable little program and done their mapping, but 2.2 is our tools and 3.2 is our communication. This was very developing because I told you exactly what to do. And I've got the text that we're going to put there, and the text is pretty simple. Drawing of a simple pressure plate showing dimensional blah blah blah. The objective of the SOLIDWORKS modeling task was to learn to construct a 3D part and create dimension technical drawing of the part, including section and detail view. That's exactly what it was. Just a little reflective sentence on what the purpose of it was and what you learned from it is very useful to have. So let's get rid of that one. That's the old one. And let's do this. So we are going to create folio page. It is going to be called Technical Drawing 2016 SOLIDWORKS 1 Part Drawing. That. We have, oops, wrong button. We have this as our short description. Right. First thing we're going to do is our map. Right. Choose media. And we are going to upload that map, the different map for this task. So let's go to our technical drawings, the first SOLIDWORKS task, and we've got the map that everyone just created with the program. And I'm also going to copy that file name and use that as the title. Save and upload. Alright, you can see that using our naming convention, we're starting to, it's not confusing what these files are, because once you have hundreds of these files, it'll make it a lot easier with that naming convention if you're consistent about it. Okay, so technical drawing, confirm, this guy, make it big, do what we have to do, so link it to the EA Stage 1 Competency Standard PDF, confirm. just do this every time, exactly the same. And this is going to be alignment. Seems redundant that we're doing it every time here, but when you actually have to create this and think about it, it's going to be a really useful reflective tool. So don't stress out too much about it at the moment. Alright, now we'll give ourselves a little description. So what was the task and why did we do it? What did we learn from it? Great, done. And then we'll pop up the image. Choose a media file. Let's upload the image or the JPEG of the drawing, this guy, and copy that file name. Done. Beautiful. Saved. Technical drawing. Confirm. Make it big. And now what we're going to do with any of the drawings, what I suggest you do is link to an asset and link to the actual PDF. That way, if they want a detailed, good quality picture of it, they can click on it and then the PDF will pop up. So link to an asset, search, upload, and let's upload the actual PDF. Again, naming convention makes everything very easy. Don't have to think about it, just copy it and do it. And then it all sits together nicely. Close. That's the PDF one. Click, confirm. Alright, so now when you click on that, the PDF will open. Close, save, and we're done. Alright, so if we look at it, that's what's going to come up for your first technical drawing. You being nice and reflective about the EA competencies, a bit of a description of what you learnt, the picture, and when you click on that, it'll open to a PDF. Alright, and now, close. Let's create the next couple of folio pages. So the next one's going to be workshop 2. Create folio page. Let's close this guy. Let's go to the folder. Second folder, assembly drawing. Once again, I've got my map. Same map, guidance, easy. I've got my PDF, and this was a 2-page PDF, you'll remember. And so I've got 2 JPEGs, that one and that one. And once again, you can just spit them out straight from SOLIDWORKS, or you can convert them using Photoshop or whatever you want to do. And then I've got our text here, and our text is, once again, a bit of a description, what it was and what you learnt. So this one was learning about assemblies and creating drawings from assemblies or whatever. So the page is going to be called this. Done. Short description is this guy, and you can obviously, you know, say more about different things as you get more advanced. The idea of this isn't that you put up absolutely everything you ever do. This is just a bunch of examples that we're using. The idea of this is that you put up the good stuff, the best thing that you do. So maybe 1 or 2 things per subject would be ideal for this. So you can go ahead and delete a bunch of this stuff next year once it's completely redundant and really simplistic compared to what you do. But it's just useful to go through the motions and put some content up there so that you've got something there to start with. But like I've been saying, what you want is you showcase stuff up on this stuff. Okay, so that's our description. Good, done. Let's pop our mapping image. Same drill, upload. Browse. Let's get to the second folder. That's our mapping image there. I'm going to continue that naming convention. Done. Tick. Save and upload. Done. You see? SOLIDWORKS 2 assembly map. Confirm. Make it big. Link it to the competency PDF. Engineers Australia Stage 1. Confirm. Good. Give it a caption. Done. Save. Alright, now let's create our text, straight from the Word file, text, and let's create our 2 images in this case. Choose media file, we need to upload them, browse, this is the first one, so image 1, done. And while we're here, let's upload the second one. Browse. Image 2. I'm just Control C and Control V here, anyone that's getting confused by that. Done. Alright, so the first image is going to be, oops, created on. There we go. First image is going to be image 001. Confirm. Make it big. Drag it down. And probably don't need a caption. You could have figure 1, figure 2 if you wanted. Let's say figure 1, that's fine. Link it to the actual PDF. So let's upload that PDF. Browse PDF with the file name. Control C. Alright, there's that PDF. Close. Confirm. Alright, so you click on it and the PDF will open. Cool. For our second figure. Now we actually saved this already. So that second figure is this one. Image 2. Confirm. Make it big. And you might as well, so at the moment if you click on it the picture opens, you might as well just link it to the PDF as well. Can't hurt. It's already there. Confirm. Call it figure 2. Okay, save. Simple as that. So now if we look at it, once again, name, description, map, description of what you learnt, the pictures, and if you click on them the PDF will pop up. Cool. Alright, so there are 2 more SOLIDWORKS. So the bridge drawing, so that's just the bridge drawing that I did randomly. You can use that or you can use your own. Obviously you need to submit your own, and that has the map. Now remember, the bridge drawing you did independently. I didn't tell you how to do it, so I'm giving those functional ticks more so than developing ticks. Maybe it's developing in the communication skills, but I'm happy for that to be functional. Certainly once you do your centrifugal pump, I suggest you put your full centrifugal pump drawings up here as an example, and that will definitely be functional on these 2 ticks. I don't expect you to be teaching anyone SOLIDWORKS by that stage, which is proficient, but certainly you'll be applying SOLIDWORKS pretty fluently by the end of that. So you do another one of these. So we've got the bridge drawing, create a page for that, and we've got assembly explosions, which was this one. And so you can create a page for that, and that example I would have 3 figures, so figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, and you can link each of them to the PDF, and the PDF's here. Okay, maps there, and remember to maintain your naming convention, so just copy the names that I'm using and start to be comfortable with the naming convention I'm using. The text for each of them, I've given you the text, so it's just a matter of going through the motions and repeating twice more what I've just showed you. So go and do that, and then when you start the video back up, we'll do an extra one for the hand drawing, and then we'll be finished with the technical drawing part. Alright, so I've created the other 2 pages. Hopefully you've done the same. The last page for this section, page 5, is just a hand drawing. So that example is, I suggest you use the isometric we drew in, I think it was the tutorial. So if you've got that back, that's fine. If you don't, then maybe use mine or redraw it, or choose a different hand drawing that you've done that you've got a copy of. So once again, map 2.2, 3.2, fairly developing. I've got the content here, so let's call it that. Let's go back to PebblePad and we will create a new folio page. It will be called that, hand drawing one, isometric. Hand drawing of a simple isometric part. We will, same old order, first things first, the map, upload the map. Let's go, there it is. Upload. Okay, while we're at it, we might as well upload everything else. So we'll upload the JPEG. We can upload the PDF too while we're at it. Good, that's all the files we need. So the first image we're going to do is the map. Confirm. There it is. Make it big. Link to the EA PDF. There it is. Confirm. And if you're smart, you'll have that copied into a notepad file somewhere. We seem to be using it a lot. Alright, so we need a description. Click. This is the description. This is basically just what you learned from the activity or what the purpose of the activity was. Easy enough. And then the picture. So we uploaded it before, remember? So we're all good. Isometric image. Make it big. Dragging that down as far as it'll go. Give it a caption, figure 1. You can give more detail if you want. Link to the actual PDF that we uploaded, which is this one. And done. Save. Alright, so you should have now 5 folio pages of your drawings. So we have deck 1, deck 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Okay, so if we scroll back and get to our technical drawing collection, this one, it's a collection, that was the main page, and we go edit, we can throw all 5 of those separate assets into this now. So let's select assets, and we can, I think we can even hold down control while you click. So that's 1, 2. So if you hold down the control key while you click, then you'll select 3, 4, 5, 6. Hang on, what have we got? Why have we got too many in the drawing? Okay, so it's sketch 1, bridge 3, bridge 2, bridge 1. Ah, I selected too many. I don't need bridge design, I just want my technical drawings one. So technical drawing 1, 2, 3, and 4 for SolidWorks, and 1 for the sketching. Add selected. Okay, and you can see that we have SolidWorks 1, 2, 3, 4, and our isometric part all selected there. We'll hit save. And now, if we go and look at our whole web folio, our main one, view, let's view it in the proper window. Technical competence, remember we had engineering design here, good. Now we have engineering drawing, and that looks like that. Alright, and if I wanted to open my bridge, I click on that, and I get this page here. You can see this is a really, it's relatively quick, it's relatively simple, but it's a really coherent sort of description of what it is you've done. And so if you click on that, if you've been doing it right, you've got the embedded PDF. It'll open up with this page, and you can open the PDF like so, and hit the back button to get back to where you want. Okay, here's our isometric part. You can see by having this at the top, it demonstrates where it sits every single time. And so if you're consistent and have exactly the same thing at the top every time, then it starts to tell a story. Click, click, and that one, what's that one? Let's just save it this time. Open. There we go. Open, and there's our PDF again. Okay, so each time it's nice and consistent. All right, so we've done that, we've done that. We're going to do a bridge report page and a post in the blog very quickly. All right, so we need, what do we need? We need a folio page for your bridge report. So let's create a folio page for your bridge report. Once again, in the folders I've given you, it's in communication skills. We have this example, and in this one, all we're going to do is we have a map, and the map is 3.2 because it's communication, and 3.6 because you worked in a group. So you can actually go through the EA competency standard and read all of those areas and make sure that I haven't missed any. I've got the PDF for your report, which is actually the PDF of my template, so it's empty and completely useless for your folio, but this is just something we can upload in this workshop. Obviously you'll have a PDF of your report, please use that. And I've got our communication skills little text or text holder for you to base it on. Okay, so when we create the folio page, let's give it that heading. Remember, we're still working with our naming convention, so communication skills, the year and semester. This is a design report, and this is our EG1000 bridge design. Alright, then the next bit is the short description. What is it? It is a report detailing the 5-stage design process and resulting produced design for the first EG1000 project, a bridge design. Cool. And then what we're going to do is put this description in there. So let's have a, remember, first thing actually we need to do is put the map in. So let's upload that file. Let's go to our communication skills and our communication skill entry. That. And copy the file name for our title. Save. Done. And while we're at it, let's just upload that PDF as well, the PDF of the report. Control C the file name so we can pop that in the title. Upload. Beautiful. So we've got the PDF and the image there. We're going to use the image for starters. Confirm. Do everything we always do. Make it big. Link it to the EA Stage 1 Competency Standard PDF, which is a fair ways down now that we've got lots of files and things. Confirm. Give it a heading. Very good. Alright. Text. And text is this. Copy. Now, obviously you'll need to update this. Where's our enters there? So, first project in EG1000 was to design a bridge, blah blah blah. Bridge carry weight, minimal weight. The design report documents the design process and demonstrates effective use of communication skills and teamwork implemented as the project was a group project. So that talks about where we're aligning up here. And In the end of this, I've got the design report was the first of its kind that we have produced during our engineering degree. Upon reflection on the report, we have identified the following areas to improve in future reports of this type. So you will have feedback in your reports that says do this better, or we should have edited more, or etc, etc. It's good just to identify those areas to improve right there, just really briefly, and then on the next one you can talk about how you did improve. All right, so it's useful to just have a tiny little reflection on what it is. All right. Okay. All right, so the last thing to do with this page is to pop a link to the actual PDF report. Now, obviously, there's no report thing that we can insert on a folio page. So kind of a hack way around it is if we create an image, and I've just if we upload, in the folder that I've put on LearnJSU, I've added on the very top level this PDF icon. Alright, let's just call it PDF icon. Alright, PDF icon, it's basically just looks like the PDF icon that you double click to open PDF, like Adobe Reader or whatever. So if we were to insert that, looks like that. And then if we wanted, you can make it a little bit smaller if you like. Alright, and so now what we're going to do is link to an asset rather than, just the image. We're going to link to an asset, and we're going to link to the PDF of our report right there that we uploaded a second ago. If you haven't yet, then you can upload it there. Confirm. And so now when someone clicks on that PDF icon, the PDF report will come up. Alright, so PebblePad isn't fully featured, but there's always workarounds to get what you want. And so that's all we need to do, I think. We've got our map, we've got our heading, we've got our bit of a reflection, and we've got our report file. Save. Let's view it. Looks like this. There's our PDF. This is what it looks like when it's actually in situ. And we click on that, and then lo and behold, here's our report, and we can read it. Excellent. Alright, so now we just need to add that to the correct page. So we need to add that to our communications skills page or collection. Where's that collection? Scroll down in our assets, communication skills. Here he is. Edit, select asset, and communication skills is the one we want. Click. Just make sure. Yes, that's our design report one. Add selected. Done. Save. And now, communication skills, you've got your report, and you can click on that and it'll open that page up. Excellent. Alright. Very last thing to do. Blog post. Blog posts are super easy to do. Alright, so what we need to do is go to our blog, which is here, our teamwork and management blog. Click on that. Edit, and it's set up as a blog. It makes life easy. All you need to do is click new post, and then you'll have your blog post. New post. There we go. Now in the folders that I've given to you, I've got teamwork and management. I've got an example blog post that we can do. Now what I also want you to do in your blog post is to use the map. So this map I've created, and if we look at the Stage 1 Competency Standard, where's that? There we go, let's open that up again. So, the map that I've put for this one, 3.3. 3.3 is creative, innovative, and proactive demeanor. Alright, so this is you basically being creative and proactive in your group. 3.5, orderly management of self and professional conduct, which is a group skill as much as a personal skill. And obviously 3.6, effective team membership. So those are roughly where you'd be clicking for group work. And now obviously this is the very first time you've been doing engineering group work, so it's developing, you're just learning these things. So that's where that map would be. So let's close that one down. Let's open the teamwork and management text that I've created for you. So this is the heading. You'll see, like so. This is the text example that I'm giving you. So obviously you might want to, well, you definitely want to rewrite this with some sort of reflection from your group. Our group faced serious challenges with conflicting schedules that made group meetings and regular coordination difficult. This is just an example. In facing this challenge, we implemented an array of measures, including an online forum and video conferencing meetings, blah, 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 blah. So what was the problem and how did you fix it? Or how did you get around it? How were you productive as a group? All right. Now, if we want to put that image in, we go add new section. All right, and we can create media element, do exactly everything that we've done before. Obviously, you would have created that map using the mapping software and saved it in the right place. But because I wanted this to be easy, I've created it for you. There we go. Name it that. Notice the naming convention still. Teamwork and management is our top level collection for this. This is our time. This is a reflection, and it's still EG1000 bridge design report _ map for all the files that are the map images. Right, there we go. There's that guy there. Confirm. Do everything we always do with it. Oops. Link to an asset, search. Let's link to that PDF. Down, down, down. Now, once you get many, you can actually search here. So there you go. Engineers Australia Stage 1 Competency Standard. So you can filter the results. And and we can even put this at the top like we like, up. And there we go, that's our blog post, done. Save and add. Right, so that's seemingly coming up there, and then you hit read more and you should be able to get more. So let's have a look at what this looks like. There you go. Read more and you've got the whole post there. Okay, so one thing with the blog posts, it seems like the thing that you put at the top will be what shows up in the actual blog. So I've moved this down to the bottom. You can see you can just do that with, when you click on it in edit mode, you can move it up or down. Put the map at the bottom because we don't really want the map showing up on the short form on the blog. We want the text so that they can read a bit of what the blog's about, and then this will show up below. So put that on the bottom. So if you weren't in that menu already, your teamwork and management reflection post, you can click on that and hit edit and move it down to the bottom. All right, and that now in our blog should turn up correctly. And if we were to go to our web portfolio, view, and view a full page, technical competence, teamwork and management, and there's our post there, and we can click on that and actually read the whole post, and there's the map there, which is exactly what we want. All right, back, and we can get anywhere we need to. So that's all the content that we're going to put in this. So competence summary. Now, so all of the content, obviously we have lots of different ticks in different boxes for each one of these maps. What I've done in the competence summary page is all of the ticks that you've ticked anywhere in any of those little alignment diagrams, they're all ticked here. Okay, so you've only done 2.1, 2, 3, 3.2, 3.3, 3.5 and 3.6 at these different levels. Okay, so each time you add one of these maps, come back to this page, look at this map, and if there's a box that's not already ticked, go and open that little executable and add the little ticky boxes, and then create a new JPEG and replace this JPEG. This needs to be a summary of all of the ticks you've achieved to date. Alright, so you have the individual ticks for each element, but this front competence summary page needs to be a summary of everything, because that's a very effective way of kind of showcasing it all and showing. Ideally, by the time you get to 4th year, you'll have ticks in every single box at every single level, and that's a really good thing to show, and then you've got the evidence of it in each of those sections. Okay, so that's all of the content. We now have a all singing, all dancing e-portfolio that you can use to demonstrate your competence. The very last thing that we need to do is just make it live. Alright, so we make it live by clicking on that the very bottom level or the very top level and hit publish to web. Please select publish. So you can partly private basically generates a URL, and so only the people that you share that with can do it. And I don't think that we have an option in our institution to open publish, which basically means that anyone can find you on Google. I think you'd have to pay more for that service. So partly private's our option. Unpublish on the 30th of May 2016. No, we don't want to unpublish, so we're going to say ongoing, so that it's always available. That's an odd thing to, oh, that's next month, yep, okay. Publish. This asset has been sent to the web, and I'll copy the URL, so that's going to be in my little copy. So if I Control V on that, that's my new PebblePad URL, enter, and it pops up. Excellent. So that's my URL that I can now send to any type of employer I want. And funnily enough, that's also what you're going to give me. So the submission for this work is for you to give me that URL via LearnJCU. Now, you might not have done this before, but I have set up an assessment. So in LearnJCU, under the assessment tab on the left here, Workshop 5 ePortfolio, you click on that. Due date I've set as the 17th of May, which is a week after the last workshop class for this, so everyone gets until the 17th of May. So that's at the very least a week after class. Some of you it'll be a week and a half after class. A couple of you will be a bit more than a week. So I suggest everyone watch these screencasts as soon as possible and get started, and then use your class wherever in the middle that sits, because there's a bit of work involved, obviously. But everyone's is due by the 17th of May. And now in your submission, what you're going to do is create a text submission, and you're just going to paste that URL straight there for me, and then you're going to submit, and that's going to be your submission for this workshop. Okay, that's everything. Thank you very much.